So, in this video, I want to bring exposure to a serious issue that I have found in certain areas of Discord, this being exposure of fetish art to minors. The server I found is quite big with almost 100 members. In this server, me and my friend counted at least 10 minors. The fetish art that is in this server are mainly flattening fetishes. However, they also have a category for inflation fetishes. I was climbing through the server, getting all the evidence I have, given the fact that me and my friends are known in the flattening fetish community for basically bullying them, so I knew my time was on a clock. While I was in the server, I typed fetish into the search feature and noticed that they said they don't see it as a fetish, but however see it as something fun. This is complete horseshit. As someone who has dealt with this community before, these retarded ass niggas do jack off to this shit. So I will prove that this is indeed a fetish by exposing a channel they have within the server. The channel is called Oldy647 Art, and it has been up there since the 16th of May 2025. That's the last time I checked. I haven't seen it since because I've been banned. However, I can see a world where they take it down because they don't want to be exposed. The art, as implied by the name, was made by a user called Oldy, or to be more specific, Oldy647. Oldy647 has always been a weird guy, and I always had my suspicions, mainly given the fact he'd make flattening art for minors in his own server, but there was no way to prove he was an actual pedophile. But a few months ago, my friend received multiple messages from someone who, in all fairness, we never liked, however, will remain anonymous because we have not gained any consent for him to be public. In these messages, he states that Oldy647 took him under his wing when the anonymous user was 15 and basically manipulated him into developing messed up interests, such as things as you can guess, flattening. The guy is now 20 or 21, unsure of the age, and is still attempting to recover from these effects, and says himself it will always stay with him. Given Oldy's past with making flattening porn for minors, this does not surprise me at all. So, this brings me back to the server. Now, why would a server that includes minors have fetish art which was used to groom minors? These are the people that claim it isn't a fetish. Why would they still have contact with this groomer since at least the date of April 2025, and they most likely still do have contact? Let's not forget this guy has been exposed multiple times for this, and there wasn't a single mention of anybody dropping or unfriending him. Just people upset at the fact he left the server, and the only reason why he left the server was due to the harassment he was getting because he was exposed. And then after all of this happened, I found something else which I thought was completely insane. The owner of the server is a 16-year-old. Which means we have a server that has fetish art in there which was used to groom minors in a server owned by a minor. This will also mean that the owner will not be exposed in this video. I will state that twice I have attempted to get in a call with the owner. A good friend of mine questioned the owner, asked them to join a call with me. He was then banned. After this, I sent a friend request, and after this friend request, I was quite frankly not friended. I was blocked. So this is a message for the owner. This video was initially meant for Oldy647. However, because your server is a point of contention, and you did not want to discuss this with me, I had to make one of the talking points of this episode about your server. I have also found out recently that this server will most likely be raided. I am not orchestrating this, and I do not condone this. However, I will say that me spreading the word about the server has definitely led to this outcome. Oldy on the server will be on high watch from me, given the fact for as long as the server is up, children are being exposed to fetish porn. And also, Oldy is probably one of the most deplorable people that I have ever met. And just as a quick side tangent, Oldy has been confronted with these screenshots and has not replied. There was also this very funny image that someone posted underneath one of his Twitter accounts.